This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from Untitled.com, and what I have before me today are the gold and the rose gold iPhone 7 Pluses. Of course, just like the vanilla iPhone 7, there are silver, black, and jet black available as well. This is what we have for today, and more are coming, so stay tuned. And just like the smaller variant of the iPhone 7, there are subtle differences, but overall they look the same. So let's dive right in. We're going to fast forward the unboxing procedures. And there we go, the two iPhone 7 Pluses, and it greets us by saying designed by Apple in California, and the font has changed a little. Not exactly a big fan of the new font, but under that are the two iPhones. So here are rose gold and the gold iPhone 7 Pluses. As you might as well know, just like the previous generations of the iPhone, storage is getting updated. The new one comes with the 32GB of the base model instead of 16. That was just a terrible decision that has been continued for the past few years. Now it starts from 32 and goes straight up to 128 and 256. Now that's another part that I really hate about the Apple protocols, but they barely listen to anyone, so I guess I can't really do anything. And just as we all know, the 3.5mm standard earphone jack is now gone, replaced by the Apple's Lightning port. Now, there is seemingly AirPod-like earpods over here. You can't really see the cables, but that's because they have rolled it back in very neatly inside, and they don't come with the plastic packaging anymore. This is a paper enclosure there, and on the rear of this little neat packaging is a little converter included to convert your Lightning port to the earphone jack out, so you can use your classic earphones, or maybe the standard that will continue for another decade or two if nobody follows Apple. To make it clear, I think it's a dumb choice for now. In 5-10 years, it will be a wise choice and a leapfrog choices, but in 2016, nah. And here's a little charger, and this little charging brick has a little output as 5 volts 1A. That's a bummer because they increased the battery capacity to 2900 milliamps, and in order to charge that with this 5 watts of charger, that's going to take a very long time, but again, Apple never listens. So let's go ahead and peel the plastics off these neat guys. Well, that's the best part about the unboxing, and that's the best part about, paying the full prices for the new phone. For new anything, really. New car, new phone, new laptop, new watches. Peeling off the plastic is your right as the first owner to enjoy. So here are two iPhone 7 Pluses. One of the reasons why I don't really like the bigger variant of the iPhone 7s or the all the iPhones is because they have a thick bezel, and even if you compare that with some of the Chinese devices, like here's a Xiaomi Redmi Pro, and even compared to this, they boast a thicker bezel. They have the same display size, 5.5 inches and the 5.5 inches Full HD, and also the Full HD. And you can see that the Xiaomi is even smaller than these. And when you want to compare that with the Galaxy Note 7, the Galaxy Note 7 is smaller but has a larger display size due to better screen-to-body ratio. Well, of course, but the iPhones don't really blow up, so I guess that's a really better point there. And before you set any of these guys up, we have to install a SIM card. That's an Apple thing. So let's go ahead and install the SIM card. And as you might as well know, there are sealings onto the SIM card tray, so the water does not protrude inside the device. So there are seals all around, so it makes the iPhone 7 and the 7 Pluses IP67 waterproof, water resistant, whatever, certified, and water and dust resistant. I'm pretty sure that this is not the top-notch waterproof, water resistant, so you shouldn't be just dunking them into water, dive with you, or go snorkeling with this guy, or scuba with this. No, nada. You shouldn't do that. Apple actually has made that very clear in their little fine print that the limited warranty doesn't really cover the water damages, so Yes, they're smart enough to do that. And while it boots up, let's deal with some of the main points. It's got a dual camera. It's got a stereo camera. One is a general lens that we all know, and the other is actually a telephoto lens. So it emulates the zoom effect of optical zoom effect of the camera. So it doesn't really zoom in. It just switches to the telephoto lens instead of the generic one. So you have a 2x zoom effect. All right, so now as here, we're going to make it speedy and fast forward. And here it says to meet the new home button. What it means is that the home button now is replaced. It's not exactly a button anymore. It's more of a pressure sensitive sensor. So instead of clicking it, you have to apply some pressure, of course, with some of the conductive material like your finger. Humans are conductive. And so it's likely that it's not going to be working with the glove, so I guess that's a minus point there. And there's a Taptic Engine inside. You might be familiar with the term Taptic Engine if you have used the previous generation, the iPhone 6s, Apple Watch, or the newer MacBooks with the Taptic Engine built inside, or the 3D Touch as they might want to call it. You can choose your clicks, so it changes how strong or weak the Taptic Engine gives you the taptic feedback. So you can choose what you want and choose the display zoom size, and there, voila, you're welcomed to the iPhone. So here it comes to iOS 10. You might be familiar with the iOS 10 already because they are rolling out on the iPhones, iPads, or the iPod Touches if you have an eligible one. And there's a lot of changes here. The control center has been renovated, so you have the music control on the right side and the shortcuts on the left side, and there are notifications, and you can also go straight away to the widgets, and a lot of things that we are going to cover in the review as well. And display itself, while retaining the same screen resolution, has now a wider color gamut, and now it comes with the stereo speaker instead of the mono one, and its waterproof A10 Fusion chipset now has 2 clusters, so you can save more battery. The battery has been boosted up. We'll have to see how improved of a photo quality that the iPhone 7 Pluses have, and we'll definitely take care of that on the review. So please stay tuned for the review sample shots. And I guess that we don't really have much to cover at the unboxing because it looks identical as the previous generation except for a renovated the antenna lines on the top and the bottom, which is a very, very good choice. And dual camera and quad LED flashes, and that's pretty much it. The volume rocker, the mute key, and the power key are all there, just missing earphone jack. Dumb choice, again, at least in 2016. So I guess much of the essential changes should be dealt in the review, which is coming very soon. This is a flagship device, so it's going to take a little bit of time as we take more time for the flagships to make a review video than the mid-range or the entry-level devices. Please do understand, and if you would, very kindly, we'll come back with a review very soon. So you can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and these were the iPhone 7 Pluses from Apple. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao!